Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4 with me and Madeleine and I. We did say we were going to go straight over that bridge, but we came back to get out of the rain and also just to check our inventory a little bit more properly. I'll go back into first person mode, which I much prefer for gameplay apart from peeking around corners. We've still got a little bit of inventory on us we don't really need. Now we can use any of these benches around here to store stuff. We're going to store the meat and anything else that can go out of our personal inventory. All of that rad roach meat. We're a little bit hungry, so we are going to eat some of our mute fruit. I've just been told, eat 3 of those. We're still peckish. Sugar bombs. These kind of foods that we find around the environment, they do give us a small amount of rads. It is manageable in early game. You haven't got much of an opportunity to do much else. But we are going to do a little bit of cooking. The reason I got rid of the hunger first was because if you're hungry, you won't get the bonuses from food that you've cooked. And as you can see here, they all have some kind of bonus, extra max health for an hour, extra action points for an hour. Some just give you health points. Some have some XP bonuses, rad resistances. We're just going to cook some of this rad roach meat right now. It's just purely a healing item. It can act as food, it can act as hit points. But as I said, if you're hungry, you don't get the benefit from the food. Soup, we want to make some squirrel stew. It gives us double XP, times 2 plus 2% XP gain for 2 hours. Double XP. Getting carried away. It's quite handy to have. It's easy to find. Vegetable soup we will need at one stage of the game. We'll come back to that. But anyway, I think we've got everything we need. Everything we've cooked in there goes straight into our personal inventory. That's fine. And we'll just have one final check that we have anything that we want on us. We might take a little bit of this loot actually, just in case we extend this little run enough to find a trader. So where did I put the junk? Oh, it's still all on me. But let's put some of this away. I don't think we need to bring all the gold bars with us. We'll bring 1 gold bar. We'll leave 2 here. We're going to just nip to the water font. Fill up some bottles of water. Take clothes on our little adventure. The more the merrier. Right, how many have we got? Right, we go into our inventory screen. Purified water, we've got 14. We're going to favourite it, so it's on our quick select menu. And that's it. Without further ado, we're going to get over that bridge and we can run. Sprinting, obviously, you can see runs down the action points. What you want to be a little bit careful of when you're out and about in the wilderness is running and running to get somewhere quickly, then suddenly you get ambushed and you've got no action points to go into bats and react, etc. Or indeed run away. So, it is very bleak out here today, isn't it? We've found been a fight here between this man and this dog. So we've got some mongrel meat, we get a tire iron, we get some ammo, some stim packs, a pipe pistol, another type of weapon, and a drifter outfit. And then if we just look up here by this monument, we will find a bag here that always contains a short pipe revolver rifle and some ammo. If we have a little quick look at our weapons now. So we've got a 10mm pistol that will do 18 damage, but it has quite a good rate of fire of 46. The short pipe revolver does 24 damage but has a very slow rate of fire, and we haven't got an awful lot of ammo. The pipe pistol only does 13 damage, it uses .38 ammo. I'm actually not going to use pipe weapons at all, apart from maybe a rifle, which we'll go and look for. And all .38 ammo, as far as I'm concerned, in this playthrough is going to be currency to be used to buy stuff with. Right. Just over here, it's worth hopping here before we get too carried away. There's always a rad stag around here somewhere. There's some more wild moot fruit to be checked, if you go into VATS at any time, it will highlight anything that's kind of visible to you. There's a dog. Let's go and investigate the dog. Horrible day. Hello, dog.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal?
And we've got our friend, our companion, our dog, very suited to Madeleine.
Okay, then. Let's stick together.
The dog
Hey, boy.
we can now give some
What are you
basic
doing out
commands
here all by
to.
yourself? You want to come with me, pal?
I don't know why it's making me get the same menu again. We'll skip through there. Not like a Bethesda game to
Okay,
get a
then.
little bit glitchy.
Let's stick together.
Are you now following me?
Hey.
Right, so I can now trade with the dog. So I can load him up. He won't carry much stuff at all. In fact, we'll try to see how much he can carry. It's not a lot. He will find us some loot. He's quite good at going and tackling monsters and holding them, making them easier to hit. There's all kinds of loot around here. This is the Red Rocket kind of petrol station. We're going to grab the loot. And grab some Rad-X. They do have a terminal here which is unlocked. And if we just check some of these entries, we will find out that there is a cave nearby. So, as I said in the last episode, terminals will give you a lot of backstory, some hints as to what's going on, and in this case, tell you there's somewhere nearby to have a look for. Anything interesting up here? We'll take an adjustable wrench. It has a screw, 2 cigarette cartons, telephone, pre-war money, all these old newspapers, they'll become cloth. Hot plate, that's got circuitry in it. We like circuitry. Coffee cups and... Ooh, the mole rats are in. Straight into bats. Dog's already taken one down. Dog took them both down. I've got parasites. I've instantly got an illness. I was going to talk about illnesses a little bit later, but now I've got one. Yeah, if you get hit by dirty kinds of creatures, you can get an illness. Also, by sleeping on dirty beds, you can get an illness. I'm not using the critical hit yet. I don't need it. It is a guaranteed hit and does extra damage, and as you get various perks, that critical hit damage, especially from sneak, can become phenomenal. So, tool chest, a pistol, some tape, some toothpaste, various bits and pieces. We've got another mole rat on me. Two shots to get rid of these guys at the moment. Now, we could have upgraded our weapons if we wanted to, but I'm going to wait till we've got a perk, because there's little point in rushing to upgrade the weapons and use up materials when in just a little while we can make much better weapons, but need more materials, if you see what I mean. So we could actually look at any weapons crafting bench we find in the world. I could already upgrade this, certainly in terms of my ability, up to, I think, a hardened receiver, putting the damage up to 23 from 18. But as I said, we're going to wait and do it a little bit more properly and a little bit more efficiently. I think we've got some stuff to pick up here. Let's run around the back. I think we're probably, now we've killed those mole rats, yeah, we've got this as a workbench, as a settlement. This also has a full set of crafting benches. We've got the main workbench there, we've got the power armor bench there, we've got the weapons workbench there, we've got a cooking station here, we've got an armor station here, and around the back, I should bring it around here, is a chemistry station. So there is a reason, which I'll talk about when we've moved the game on, why you might want to set yourself up down here as a little base if you want to get your settlements going quicker. The dog will just sit around while you're in this mode and get in the way sometimes. But anyway, that's all we really need to do now. We can scrap lots of stuff. Anything we scrap here is just in this workbench. Once we link these up with some skills and some perks and some people, as I said, that will become more transferable. Right, let's have a look down here. The cave we want is down here. We've got some glowing fungus, brain fungus, a gas canister, coffee pot, all the good stuff here. Before we go in, we're going to take a drink of water and start healing, because all healing is over time. Extinguisher's quite heavy. We'll grab it for now, but it might be something we drop. Let's see. The weight limits can be a real chore. We shall mitigate those using Madeleine's skills very soon, and a mod or two. Right, into the cave. Now we're going to take this very easily, but we're also going to take it very easy, because the key I found in survival mode is just not to wade in. You are so flimsy. A couple of these mole rats get on you. I think we're going to find mole rats down here. Yeah, there we go. We're hidden. So I might switch, just for a laugh, to our bigger gun. Slightly more powerful. And try to get a hit from stealth, which will give us a damage bonus. But we need to remain hidden to do it. And I've missed him. Typical me. But we one-shotted him in VATS, so that'll learn him. And your mate, come on. It might pop out behind me. Right there. So we can one-shot them with this revolver. It was taking a couple of shots up in the gas station with the 10mm. Look at that, taking our time. I do like the styling of some of these weapons. This is obviously made out of bits and pieces. The pipe weapons are made out of planks and bits of plumbing pipe. They're very nicely styled. Alright, get that stuff. There's all kinds of stuff down here in this middle area. We're a little bit safe here. Nothing's going to come out and surprise us now they're dead. So, move around, get the glowing fungus, get the brain fungus. Somewhere in amongst all this junk is a bit of a pile of bottles, if I remember rightly. I'll put my torch on. Another extinguisher. Plunger. Got some rubber. Need that for electrical stuff. Right. I'm sure there's some beer bottles here anyway. Let's have a look. We've got these little alcoves off of here. Some more glowing fungus. We're going to get some rads, so we're going to run in here and we're going to grab that. Is there anything else worth grabbing in here? We've got an award for trash busting. And I guess they were actually just burying all the rubbish down here. Right, so we've taken some rads. That is kind of makes that section of our hit point bar now unavailable until we clear those rads. Using rad away makes you very hungry, makes you susceptible to illness. Right, now we've got carrots, that's quite handy actually. A bit more brain fungus, used for medication, shall we say, manufacture. Right, I'm still... there's the bottles. Right, yeah, we're going to grab all these bottles. This is a very good little supply of bottles early on, so I didn't want to miss them. Right. This is where we want to be a little bit careful. There's a nasty one down here. We've got all our hit points, all the hit points we can have right now. Rabid roll map. We're going to use our critical hit. It's a guaranteed hit, so we just press that and we press X. And we still haven't killed him, it's not a one hit. Yeah, he's nasty. I missed him again. I'm not very good with this gun. But I'm quite good with VATS. There you go. The old man saved by his VATS. Right. I don't think he's got any friends. I'm going to reload. We're okay on health. We're gonna whack the next mole rat we see as a little challenge. So what we've got here, we've got some more fungi, some adhesive. We need that for the weapon improvements and the armor improvements. Right, we can unlock. Let's see if we can get in this one. No. Right, let's try over here. No. Over here. In between. No. Oh, look. Got some spare bobby pins now, though. Over here. There we are.
Got it.
And we've got a mine. We've got some Med-X, 2 Molotov cocktails, Radaway, and a silver pocket watch. Magnificent. Molotov cocktails are very effective in survival mode. I often kill myself with them in confined spaces because they kind of crash into a piece of scenery and kill me. So I use them only in the open, but they are very good. As you will see when they get thrown at us, no doubt. Right, I think we've cleared everything there is to clear in here. Yes, so we shall leave. We've picked up a fusion core over by that radioactive area, which is something that may well come in very useful should we find ourselves a suit of power armor. And I actually know where to find 2 or 3 quite early on, although I can't say I'm a big fan of it. Simply because it just makes you so big and clunky. It negates the bonuses that you're getting from the actual armor and clothing that you're wearing. I'm just having a little think. Right, first house down here. We're now on the edge of Concord. Have a little look at the map. This is where we've been told to head. You don't actually ever have to go here. You could finish the whole game and never do this first quest. So we're right on the edge of Concord. This first house down here should be clear. Get the torch back on. There may well be some handy loot around. Nuka-Cola Quantum, that's good. It's also worth some good bottle caps should we decide to sell it. Upstairs is, I'm quite sure, a mattress. Now we could drop a save here. The problem is you can't take a very long rest. It counts as it's covered. So we could get away here with dropping a quick save. Let's have a go. We can just cancel it so no time has passed. Right, we do that. We go yes. We cancel the sleep. We've auto-saved. And we haven't caught a disease, but there is a chance that you will, especially when you're doing those very, very quick saves. So we've got the bobby pin. I can see a safe. Can't unlock that one. Bobby pin box, even better. Right, so that's the first little save point on the way out. Now we're going to just get on this hill. In fact, we'll head up to the... This is a water tower, I guess. We'll have the pistol out, because it's always best to start engaging your targets and range. Later on, or if you start from scratch, you can make a really, really powerful melee build in this game. Ridiculously powerful. We might develop that side of things a little bit later on, but it's not going to be a priority. But if you stack up the right skills, or purified water, I guess it is a water tower. And a blood pack. So that's right down here. Now we've got 3 pylons here. This one right in here, we're heading there, that's a settlement. The next one over has some radstag under it if you want to go hunting. The next one over, oh, there's a bloatfly coming at me. The next one over actually has a group of raiders, 4 or 5 raiders over there. Oh, these bloatflies are putting up a bit of a fight. Right, let's focus. These are really hard to hit when you're not in bats. I'm almost dying here, right. I'm dead. Well, there you go. Let's try that again, shall we? That's survival mode. That's how flimsy we are, especially at the moment. In fact, let's just have a little look. We did pick up that drifter's outfit. What I'm a little bit conscious of is that may well have. That's got 5 and 7. So 5 resistance to like kinetic damage and 7 resistance to energy damage. Military, right, so we're going to... Military fatigues have no sort of kinetic damage resistance at all. So we're going to put on that. Doesn't really help with bloatflies and their bum poison. We're going to put on the hard hat. That's 4 damage resistance. Yeah, we're tanky. Let's have a look at ourselves. Oh yeah, we're good to go. Now the biggest issue with that there was that because I was not really paying attention, I allowed the bloat flies to start the engagement rather than my good self, or in this case Madeleine. So we're going to do that again. We're going to run straight back over to the water tower. Now the way this game works is when you've killed, say we've killed these mole rats down here, they're not going to respawn for days, and neither will the loot. In the non-survival modes, the respawns happen I think every 2 days. So the loot and the monsters will be back. So when you've cleared a route through this map, it's pretty much clear. However, there are spawn points where there'll be random spawns over time. I'm collecting up this wild meat fruit as a good little source of food early on. Purified water. If you die and you get to a mine, which happens to me quite a lot until you get the perk that kind of helps you around that, when you respawn into the game, that mine won't be there again. I think that's just to stop it from maybe trolling you. Right, check for bloat flies. There they are.
So if you accidentally quick save on a mine, you're not just gonna keep that.
Crikey. We need to get some hits on this guy now. Come on. We're not dying to the same bloat flies twice, are we? Now take the stim pack. We've got some action points back, so we can kill this one. He's down. We've leveled up, which is handy. Because we're going to do something about the damage we're putting out with this pistol, I think, is going to be our first step. And even in bats, we're not hitting him yet. The dog's doing his best. Right, we've got some action points. Go. We have got a critical hit racked up again. We're not using it on this guy now. Ah, the dog's finished him off. Good boy. Bloatfly meat. Right. Where were we? We are heading over this way to make contact with the closest neighbouring settlement, and one that's quite handy to get ours going with too. Put the gun away. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference actually in this game at all, if any, if you're brandishing a firearm whilst you're chatting to people. But let's say hello to Blake.
We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay. I'm friendly.
We are very
Not ready to
friendly.
cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy, you new to the Commonwealth?
Yes. And no. It's a long story.
Either way, good to see a new face. How about you?
I quite like some of the kind of shots you get in these conversations.
I'll probably give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then.
We will do a
Maybe
little
I'll
bit of
see you
farming
behind
just to
the
get some
mine
glue.
someday. We'll do a swap. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Sounds like bad news to
Sounds
me.
terrible to me.
You really are new to these parts. Best armed bastards in the Commonwealth. You have something they want, they won't hesitate to take it. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
The Minutemen, hey?
There's nothing worse than losing a child.
First mention of them in the game.
I'm sorry to hear you say so. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good.
Yes, we will.
Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
So, we've been asked to go and find the locket his daughter had when she was killed at the Raiders stole. That's popped up a location on our map, which is over here. which is quite good because this is an area map we want to explore quite soon. And once we've achieved that mission and brought in back the locket, this will become one of our settlements. So that is basically how it works. If you discover a settlement, they'll give you a little mission, or can you help us out with this, or can you do that? You complete that and it becomes part of your kind of network. This lady here, Connie Abernathy, is a trader. Now she doesn't have much, but she might have some useful stuff, you never know.
New here? Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me. Sure.
So we'll have a look. Now, pipe pistol we don't want. We don't need... There's a piece of armour, but we'll find lots, and it's quite expensive. We've only got 55 caps. I don't think there is anything here that is any interest to us whatsoever right now. But it's handy to know she's here. What we really want, and they will let us take these. This is not stealing, at least potatoes. Partly we could use it as a food, also there to establish our own little garden. We're carrying too much. See, we are overweight already, and we've barely gone anywhere. So we're going to grab a few more of these, then we're going to get the doggy over here. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Oh, there you are. Come here. Dog. Let's see how much he can take. We've got 158 weight at the moment. We're going to give him as much as we can. $133. So what's that? 25 weight capacity on our hound. Right, now we're going to be a little bit cheeky. We're hidden. There's no one else in here, so we can have a little mooch around. And I'm not at all suggesting this is part of Madeleine's character whatsoever, but needs must. Detected. We don't want to take that. We do not want them turning hostile. We're hidden again. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. Up around the corner here, I think we'll find a gun bag. We'll have all of that when I was looking. Thank you. And that ammo and that ammo. And a coffee cup and a carton of cigarettes. And that'll do because we're going to be overweight again very soon. Bags fertilizer. Not going to start shifting those around. They weigh, I think, 8 each. What we do have here is a couple more bottles of Gwinnett's. We'll take that. Empty bottles and some potted meat. That is... Can we grab one of those just to get some oil? Right, we're still underweight. I am simply going to run back to Sanctuary. As I said, nothing will respawn if I take the same route back that I took here. If I'm not on one of those kind of spawn points, and I know roughly where they are, certainly around the top half of the map, then we got there. Is that little things to pick, flowers for recipes? Yeah, I know my way around. I know where the spawn points are, so I'm going to cut out the toing and froing. We're also going to cut it out using a mod. Once we've got some companions to use, I am going to use a mod called the Teleport to Companions Holotape. You have to use it in a terminal. You can't use it on your Pip-Boy. And I'm only going to use it when somebody is actually overweight off that meat. So let's just drop a couple of things in here. What don't we need? That pipe pistol will do it. But the Teleport to Companions Holotape, once I've got a companion I can use and I've got a settlement I can send them to, then I may use it to save a bit of time, but I'll only use it... Well, I've got to get to the settlement and make it my settlement before I can send the companion there, and I've got to do whatever you need to do to unlock the companion as well. So it's not exactly an easy thing, and it's kind of an extra little management. It just saves a lot of walking through what is essentially an empty map. So I'll show you it as we use it. You do have to get a terminal either built or have a terminal nearby. You could exploit it probably a little bit more than I am, or I do. And also, another mod I have is that makes the dog here not count as a companion. He works like a companion in every sense, but I can also have one of the other companions with me. And that seems very much as the game was originally intended, but they changed it because there is actually dialogue that I've seen when I'm playing through the game. where clearly the other companion is referring to the dog being with you when you're out and about. So he doesn't count, although because we're in survival mode, he can't carry as much as he could in the other modes anyway. We'll just lighten the load a little bit more. I'm going to put the baton away. We're going to use the tire iron as a melee weapon if we need one. So yeah, that's just a way of saving a little bit of time, and as you'll see, it's something that has to be managed. It's almost like a mini game. Companion management. I'm stuck in the convertible. I am literally stuck in the convertible. There you go. Right, so we're going to leg it back to Sanctuary for now, because we're fully loaded. And before we go and see what's going on in Concord, because I am going to stick roughly to the story, for those of you that aren't familiar, we're just going to take a slightly meandering route to pick up a few more bits and bobs that will certainly stand us in good stead. Right, I've put everything away, so I've lightened my load. I need to take a little bit of drink. That actually is still from the stim pack that I took in a bit of a panic when the bloat flies were upon me. So we'll use the pump. I've actually just noticed I've got 17 bottles of water on me at the moment, so we might stash some of those as well actually over in here in our little tin, because you don't want to be carrying stuff we don't. Yeah, I think if we put 7 away, we can grab them another time. And of course we need to drop a save. Peckish from lack of food. Yum yum. I like wild nut fruit. It's my new favourite. 4 of them. Yum 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 yum. And off we go again. I'm going to head back to Red Rocket and we'll meet you there. Okay, we're back up at the Red Rocket. We're just heading down again towards the edge of Concord. We're going to be careful here. There's usually, there they are, some blood bug hatchlings which we're going to try and take out before they get at us. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge as long as they don't get in our face, literally. And we hit them occasionally. There we go. Horrible looking monster. He's legged it. Some creatures will just run away. Still in danger though, so he might come back. While he's thinking about it, we're going to level up, because I forgot to do that. And we're instantly going to take Gunslinger. 20% more damage on pistol weapons. Where's that dude? Where's he gone? Right, we're going to assume he's legged it and we're safe. Where's the dog? The dog's probably chased after him. He'll turn up, I'm sure. Hub flower. Right, we're going to run down this street into the back of Concord. If you go up onto the hill, you could grab yourself a combat knife off the top of a barbecue. A very fast close combat weapon, but we don't need that. That's not really our style. In fact, we're going to go the opposite end of the spectrum, and we're going to head round the side of Concord. The mission area is over there next to the church. You can see the spire, but we're going to head straight down here. There shouldn't be anyone around, although we are in caution. That might still be off of that bug. I really don't know. When they run away like that, there may well be, there, see, there's some raiders down there we don't want to get involved in yet. Can you see less shooting? Yeah, there's some stuff going on down there. We'll come back and get involved. But we want the drugs from in there. We'll have the sugar bombs because we like them. Most importantly, up here, we will find some caps. But this, the bolt action sniper rifle, is going to be a friend of ours. We've also got a sleeping bag to drop a save. And the dog's shown up. Well done, boy. So we're going to drop a save right here and hope we don't get any nasty infections. And I've got parasites requiring more food. I started talking about illnesses. Some of them are crippling. If you get weakness, you take 20% more damage. If you get an infection, you take random hits of damage. Some just make you need more sleep, make you need more food. Antibiotics will be found not too far away, and we can fix them. And once we've got a doctor to go and see, we'll be fine. So as long as you don't get a really horrible disease, such as I said, weakness, early on before you can cure it, they're not too bad of a problem. We will just pop back up here because I did see a safe. Excuse me, dog. Thank you very much. I'm not going to be coming back this way necessarily. So let's go for it with the bobby pin. Oh, look at that, like a boss.
Nice.
We've got a pistol, we've got some ammo, we've got some money and some shotgun shells. Lovely, we'll take those. Thank you very much. Well, I think since we're hunkered down here, we're at nearly just under 40 minutes. I'm going to get these episodes about 40 minutes, but some will be longer, some will be shorter. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm just checking what we got here. We're going to put on our Raider right leg. Yeah, gives a little bit more damage protection. We are a machine. But yes, guys, that's it for now. Leave us a comment, leave us a like if you've liked it, please. Any ideas, if there's anywhere you want us to go and have a look at, particularly, then let me know. Also, the balance between how much of the story you know, how much you'd like me to reveal. I don't want to spoil stuff for people, but if all of you know the story already, then there's not much point in me holding back too much, is there? Next episode, we'll go and see who that is down there by that campfire. They could be friendly, they could be horrible, could be a doctor, sometimes it is. But we shall be back to do that very, very soon. So subscribe if you want to stay in touch. Take care for now. From me, Madeleine, the dog, our pal, the Raider by the sleeping bag. For now, goodbye.